A major headline this morning, New York City Comptroller Brad Lander announcing he's running for mayor next year, challenging Mayor Eric Adams.
He released a campaign launch video this morning promising to deliver a safer, more affordable, more livable, better run city for all New Yorkers. Joining us is New York City Comptroller Brad Lander. Nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Good morning, Rosanna. Thanks. Yes, thank you for talking about what I'm hoping to do for our city.
Okay, so, you've been very critical of Eric Adams. What would you do differently? Specifically, give us something.
Let's take the mental health crisis. We've got a surging number of mentally ill folks on the streets and subways, and we're just moving them around. We did audits of the programs that are supposed to be serving those people, getting them off the streets and subways and into stable housing, and the money's largely being wasted. We'll put forward a plan for how we connect people to services and stable housing, keep our streets and subways safe, make it a safer and a more humane city.
I know you've been critical of the mayor, and there have been people critical of you, and there have been reports that you're a traffic scofflaw. Are you going to clean up and pay those tickets as we get closer to the race?
Thank you. I paid every single ticket on time. They're mostly parking tickets. It's hard to park in New York City. Since I became controller over the last 3 calendar years, I have 1 speed camera violation.
I thought there was 10 speed. It's been reported that there were 10 speeding tickets.
That's over the last 13 years, I think. So since I became controller, it's 1 speed camera violation. And then the Post mostly fills it out with parking tickets. And fair enough, it's hard to park in New York City. I get some parking tickets. I challenge you to find the New Yorker who doesn't. I pay every one on time, and I do absolutely promise to keep doing that.
So many of those issues under strict scrutiny now. Of course, this comes at a time when New Yorkers are very concerned about public safety. And I know during your time as a city council member, you were a big advocate for police reform, calling for reductions in the NYPD's budget. Do you still feel that the NYPD's budget is bloated and you'd like to see some reductions?
I think it's the NYPD's budget can be used more effectively to deliver the safety that all New Yorkers need. I've been proud to work with the police unions as controller, managing their pension funds and their health care, building a real partnership. I do think there are ways to make sure our policing is more effective. Sat down recently with Kenneth Corey, who was chief of department under Keechant Sewell. He's leading a great new police leadership academy at the University of Chicago's crime lab that shows you can use those resources more effectively so that the same dollars make sure we have the officers hired, we reduce our vacancy rate, and we make sure they're deployed in a way that works with neighborhoods on effective and fair policing, focused on gun violence, on violent crime, and working together with other systems like the mental health system so that we can actually get people off the streets into stable housing and have every neighborhood and every New Yorker be and feel safer.
One of the major issues, of course, in the city, and one thing that the mayor has really had to deal with over the last 2 years, is the migrant crisis. Recently, we've seen many issues near these migrant shelters. I mean, just overnight, we're looking at a crime that ended up with a woman being killed. People don't want these migrant shelters built in their neighborhoods anymore or opened in their neighborhoods. Would you try to go about closing some of these shelters and potentially not having to open any new ones?
What we should be focused on is helping folks get their work authorization, which they can do in 6 months, and during that time, help them with workforce development and English language so they can get jobs.
What would you do that the mayor is not doing? Because the mayor is trying to do some of these issues that you're talking about.
Well, we actually just did an audit of this, and the mayor's policies are making it harder for people to get their work authorizations. They're losing people's mail. When you kick people out after 30 or 60 days, you just move them around to a different place, but that actually disrupts their efforts to get the work authorizations that they need to actually effectively move out of housing and into stable shelters. We've audited many of the no-bid contracts, $432 million no-bid contract. We can spend the money we are spending already more effectively to help people get on their feet, get out of shelter, and integrate into the city in a way that's safe for them and for all of us.
So many people on the city council support non-U.S. citizens voting in our elections. Where do you stand on this?
Well, the courts ruled against the law that the council passed. I've been proud to bring strategies that bring more New Yorkers, like participatory budgeting, into shaping the future of the city. In that case, we were even able to allow young people to vote on what investments will be in their neighborhood. So there's a lot of ways to bring people in.
I'm not really sure what you're saying.
What I'm saying is the laws for who can vote in New York City right now are set, but there's a lot of opportunities to include more New Yorkers in the decisions that shape our lives every day.
And Mr. Lander, they're telling us we're out of time. I just have to ask you one question. I know you grew up in St. Louis. I know that you're a Cardinals fan. I want to give you the opportunity to renounce the Cardinals. This is your opportunity to go with God's team, the New York Yankees, or the Mets, should you choose. Are you willing to take that if you're going to be the mayor of New York City? These are the important issues as well for New Yorkers.
Oh, I wish I could, but you got to be loyal and
All
vote
right,
for
okay.
St. Louis Cardinals are my ride or die.
It's God's
All
team,
right.
so we'll see.
Brad
All right,
Lander.
thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on Good Day New York.